What Makes a Baby by Corey Silverberg. Hi, I'm Jen Elledge. I'm a sexual health expert and the founder of the Talk Institute, here to help you talk to your kids about sex and growing up. Here with another book review, and this book review is for very young children when they start asking you where babies come from. This is a very simple and short book that will talk about the egg and sperm's journey and the baby and how babies come into the world. But what's neat and unique about it is that it's extremely inclusive of all sorts of families and all sorts of ways that families come together. So whether you birthed your child yourself, or your partner did, or you went through the adoption process, or any other process of a family coming together, I think that you could use this book and it would be relevant for any family. The other thing that's beautiful about it is the illustrations have different colors of people, like there's blue and purple and green and that sort of thing. So it doesn't have any race or ethnicity. I think it's very general. So let's take a look. All right, this book belongs to, can have a little sperm in the egg. What Makes a Baby? This is a story about how babies are made. There we go. The first thing you need to know is that you can't make a baby out of nothing. You have to start with something. This is an egg. Not all bodies have eggs in them. Some do, and some don't. Inside the egg are so many stories all about the body the egg came from. So it's talking about genetics there, but in a very simple way. This is a sperm. Not all bodies have sperm in them. Some do, and some do not. And see, look at the illustrations there. Okay, and this is also allowing some gender fluid concepts through it as well. So you're not saying male or female, but some people have sperms, maybe people have an egg, okay? Inside the sperm, just like inside the egg, there are so many stories about the body the sperm came from. Here. When grown-ups want to make a baby, they need to get an egg from one body and sperm from another body. They also need a place where the baby can grow. So if you had to get a surrogate or used egg donation or sperm donation, this includes you in this book as well, and that was intentional. This is a uterus. It is a place where a baby can grow. You might think that everyone has a uterus since it was the words you and us in it. But not everyone has a uterus. Okay. Just like eggs and just like sperm, some bodies have a uterus and some bodies do not. Every body that has a uterus always has it in the same place, just below the belly button in the squishy middle part. When an egg and a sperm meet, they swirl together in a special kind of dance. As they dance, they talk to each other. The egg tells the sperm all the stories it has to tell about the body it came from, and the sperm tells the egg all the stories it has to tell about the body it came from. When their dance is done, they are not two things anymore. They danced around and shared so much that they became one brand new thing. And see the little DNA right there, and I'm not sure what these other things are, but they're cute. At first, it is just a tiny thing. Sometimes this tiny thing does not grow, and sometimes it grows into a baby like you did. Who helped bring together the sperm and the egg that made you? Who was happy that it was you who grew? So these are questions, and you can fill in the blanks for your child, right? So who helped bring them together? This is the place where you could talk about surrogacy or, using fertility clinic if you used, had the egg and sperm get together in some untraditional way, okay? And who was happy that it was you who grew? So if you're waiting for this baby again or for adoption or anything like that, it allows you to have space to tell your personal story as well. Everything that grows differently. Each of us grows in our own way. How a baby grows depends on the stories that the egg and sperm share, and on the uterus the baby is growing inside of. But before a baby can be born, it has to get bigger and bigger and bigger. This usually takes about 40 weeks. Okay. Sometimes the baby is ready to come out on its own. Sometimes a midwife or a doctor will be the one to say it is time for the baby to be born. No matter who decides, the baby does not just hop out by itself. Some babies are born by coming out through a part of the body that most people call the vagina. And other times, doctors will make a special opening below the belly button, take the baby out, and then close up the hole. C-section. Whichever way the baby comes out is a pretty big deal for the baby. It is also a pretty big deal for the people who waited and waited and waited for the baby to be born. Sometimes it takes a long time. Sometimes it is quick. Sometimes it hurts a little. Sometimes it hurts a lot. But usually everyone needs a lot of rest afterwards. Who is waiting for you to be born? And you can talk about the different people in your family who are waiting for you to be born. And that's it. That's the end of the book. Again, super simple, very inclusive. If you are looking for a different type of book that that is simple and that's more inclusive, this is a great book to check out at your local library or to get here on Amazon by clicking the link below. And again, I get a small commission, but I appreciate you supporting me and so I can continue to do book reviews. And if you like this one, go and get it. This is Jen Elledge, sexual health expert, and I will see you in our next book review. Bye-bye.